Ladies and gentlemen of Ballet International and all the audience who is watching this interview, I'm so glad and I am so honored to present you Mrs. Heba Mostafa. And she is a great artist and her work is internationally acclaimed in many countries. She has been working in the last few years in so many countries that I will prefer to ask her some questions and she will describe much better than if I try to make a presentation of Mrs. Heba Mustafa. So I am very honored to have her online today, and I'm sure that this interview will be watched on YouTube and possibly also on Vimeo by a wide range of audience with great interest. Good morning, Mrs. Mustafa.
Good morning, and thank you so much for giving me this chance. I really appreciate it.
So in this moment, you are in Dubai.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are the director of the Aspire
Ballet Dubai.
Okay. Yeah. And so I will start like I always do the same question a little bit to everyone. When you were a child and you started learning ballet, were your parents who tried to involve you and to encourage you to study ballet, or was it you that you were inspired by looking at video or reading a book or listening to some music? Was there something, a little flash that gave you that joy inside that you said, I want to try it? Can you explain that?
Yeah, sure. So actually, my father, I have another two brothers. They are in the same arts like me.
Yes.
My oldest one, the one older than me, 4 years, my father took him first and he put him in the Academy of Art. So he done the audition because we have audition there, like they have to check our body, our feet, how healthy we are. So he was 1 year before me there, so he put him first. And then I been applying for that audition when I was in age 8 in the Academy of Art in Cairo. And once I stepped into the academy, I said, that's my place. So before ballet, I was starting karate, which I was, yeah, so far from ballet. But when I stepped into the academy, I was really like inspiring with everything, with any picture, with any person I see it, all the oldest student in the academy. We were so scared walking in the rooms, watching the ballet class for the oldest student from very small hall. So yeah, and then after my youngest brother also joined us in the same academy. So we are kind of family of arts.
Because there is a great difference between karate and ballet.
Yeah. I tried only for a couple of months, and then I started ballet, and I was still going to karate for a few classes, and then I said, no, this is not what I want.
And so who were your teachers in Cairo?
All right. The one that's really stay with us for more than 6 years, because our academy, we follow the Russian program. So we study for 9 years to get the diploma. So the first 2 or 3 years, we was really changing a lot of teachers. And then on year 3, grade 3, we stay with the same teacher until grade 9. And she was the prima ballerina by that time of the Cairo Opera House, Miss Manal Zakaria. She's a PhD, she's a doctor now, and she was a wonderful dancer. I still can remember she was coming to the class with the jeans, and she would just demonstrate the exercise by high heels, we would like, so we was looking, and she was really not just teaching us ballet, she was educating us as well. She was checking our bags if we are coming with the uniform or no. She was watching our inside and outside the class, which I learned a lot from her. The advices to me, it is still staying with me. But we wasn't just with one teacher, because there we learn other subject like character and modern and pas de deux and history of dance and music. So in my January, I have a lot of teachers past, but she was the main teacher because she was our ballet teacher. But of course, we have a lot. I don't want to forget any one of them, but we have Dr. Alamia, we have Dr. Atif, we have Dr. Hani, we have a lot of teachers been with us, but she was the main one.
She was the one who guided you all throughout those 9 years. She followed all the students that...
Actually, I've been chosen to dance with the Bolshoi when they came to Egypt to perform in 1995, and they came to do Spartak and Le there, and they're supposed to bring with them 2 young kids, and because of the trip too long, so they didn't bring it with them, and they came to the academy to choose. Yes. And I was lucky, one of 3 girls we've been choosing to join the Bolshoi. And they take us to the opera, and the director of the opera by this time was Dr. Abdelmenem Kamel. He passed away. I have a lot of things for him. He was like the second father for all of us. So when they bring us, he came and check our hair, check our uniform and everything. He give us a room, and we've been training with one of the wonderful teachers. I never have a chance big like that to be with her. Her name Iglal Galal, and she was so tight and tough with us. We were so scared from her. And they do 2 casts, like they make even with us same like the professional dancer, they put us 2 casts. So me and my other friend, we done 3 performances, and the other cast, they done only 1 performance. And I still have the video, and it was for me something great to join the Bolshoi.
I can imagine.
Yes,
It's not a
in
gift
that young
given.
age. Yeah, in that young age for me was like, wow. So that was, they was also always when they have a nutcracker, mostly it was the nutcracker, they come to the academy to choose some kids for the Russian dance and other dances. And I'm almost one of who dance all the characters and in the ballet, starting from the march, the Russian dance. I started to join the company when I was in grade 7. Before I finished my study, I should finish 9 years, and then they do an audition in the opera, and then they choose some girls if they want. It's dependent. Not every year they take. But in that time, I was in grade 7, and I was again lucky, and the director came to the academy, and he select us. We was 2 girls and 3 boys, and even the other day was older than me. I was the youngest one. And then the first day, it was a rehearsal for Le Corsaire, and I remember very well. I entered the studio, and I was sitting under the bar, and the rehearsal started, and it was 1 girl absent. And he said to me, "You stand up." And I was like looking around me, you know, and he said, "I'm talking to you, you stand up." And I stand up, and I was shaking. And he said, "Go and stay there." And I said, "But I don't know, it's my first day." And he just shouted me. I said, "Go and stay there." I swear, I still cannot believe that. I follow all the steps. I did the dance perfect. I was feeling like I having ice here and here and here and here, you know. And I follow all of the dance. And when it's done, he called me. He said, "Come here. Why you said you don't know? You did it." And I said, "But I swear I didn't know it. It's my first time." And I started to cry. And he said, "From now on, this is your spot." And I was like, okay. So they used to call me Joker because I was learning in each dance for the...
Just to cover, or just...
I cover any spot, right, left, back, front. So we've been training with the Russian teacher. She was an old lady, and Madame Allah, and she would like, she loved me, you know. She was like, Heba, you know, they
Yeah.
say the ha, Heba, you go here, Heba, you know, she was like, I was everywhere until I left from the company in 2007.
Yeah.
I got a chance, an offer to contracted to work as a dancer in Dubai. And by that time, I was just feeling down, not from dance, it was something personal. And I would like really, I was teacher, I finished all my baccalaureate and the high study in the academy. I reached to be a soloist in the opera. I was working out, I was teaching for the talented kids in the Cairo Opera House. But I said, I want to try outside.
Yeah.
And I remember, well, the director came, and when I write my resignation letter, and he said to me, no, I will not accept it. Go and try. And if you don't feel comfortable and you want to back, your home is here, the door always open for you. So for 3 years, every time before he passed away, every time I back for holiday and I go to visit, he was asking me the same. How many languages you speak now? And did you change your mind? And I was like, no, I'm okay there. Yeah.
It's like if he wanted you to work.
Yeah, he wanted me to back. And he always said, you are still in the same shape. Come on, you didn't change your mind. But I wouldn't. In Dubai in 2007, I started as a dancer in one company.
Yeah.
And then the crisis happened in Dubai in 2009, and the company shut down, and they canceled all our contracts. So it was a very tough time for me. I came to Dubai, no one know me. Dance cultures here, it's not same like in Egypt, not same like in Europe. They are still closed, and they are still respected their traditions and rules, and it was not that much open by that time. So I really started from zero. I started to look for a job as a teacher because of my certificate was helping me. I got an offer to work in a school, but like a normal school, and I feel like, no, this is not what I want. And then I find a private company. I work for them for a while. I wasn't that happy because it's not in general comments, but some of the schools now, especially the private, they do it only as a business. They just wanted to have kids in the studio, doesn't matter what they do inside. And that's not what I want. So I couldn't carry on there. And then I decided to study. I finished Vaganova with the Russian program. I finished my academy. I learned about method. And, you know, I said, I'm going to go ahead to learn more. And then I started with the Royal Academy of Dance. So I learned the CBTS program, which will make me a member of the Royal Academy of Dance, and to become a teacher, then I can start my own school.
You did that in England or in Dubai?
I did it in Dubai the first year. Then we have to go for 2 weeks to UK for face-to-face. They have to see us and they examine us. And then I back again. Then they send us, they deal with some monitor. She has to come to my classes to Dubai to watch me teaching and to make sure and ensure that I am aware of all the rules of the Royal Academy of Dance and follow the syllabus, how I deal with the kids, how I teach, and all these skills. And then we have a supervisor coming to my classes 3 times, and the third one was the exam. And then I went back again to UK.
Did you find it a little bit different or a little bit difficult to pass from the Russian teaching to the RAD teaching, the English system?
Yeah, actually, that's a great thing you ask. All right. First of all, it was very difficult for me to learn everything by English. I was feeling like I'm writing to the Queen of UK. Because of all the assignments, I was so stressed. I was crying to do mistakes because when I came to Dubai, I used to speak Arabic and Russian.
Yes.
Because of the teachers around us. We have a lot of dancers in the time when I was dancing from Russia, which I was speak Russian.
Yes.
So it was very difficult for me for that part. The other parts, a lot of people, they didn't get the Royal Academy of Dance if they are with the Russian background. They said, we cannot get it. I meet a few people around me here and they couldn't take it. So for me, it was easy. And I feel I can convert this into myself. For the study, I was following all the rules, what they expected to see in the class. But now, as I having my school, I'm using both program because, you know, the Russian ballet and the technique, I'm not saying there is no technique with Royal Academy of Dance, but if you don't have a strong teacher, which put it into you from young age, you will not get it later. And as I mentioned at the beginning, there is a lot of schools doing that as a business, not as a technique. They let the kids to dance for emotion and to be happy, but not to dance with their technique, which I am, with me, they come, they have fun, but in the same time, I always say to the parents, your child has to go out of this door learning something. You invest money, timing to drop them and to pick them. They could use this time to study. And if I find a child, I'm not talking about the skills, I'm talking if they don't have the patience or the love to do, and maybe it was the dream of the mom or the dad, my daughter or my son, to be a dancer, I advised them, I said, please try something else for them. They might be more talented of something else they love, and you need to watch out. But if a child have it with a low skills, I work hard with them if they want, because the most important for me, the child coming and they love what they want and they have the passion. Other way, I cannot get something from them.
Well, they must understand that they must enjoy what they do.
Exactly.
Through the technique.
And ballet need a passion. We don't have a magic wand.
No.
You need to practice and practice and practice, and then you reach your goal. And there is never limited for your goals. They're never limited for what you can reach. Always there is something to learn, you know. I always say, don't practice to just do it. Practice to get it better and better and better and better. That's what that's what it should be.
And now that you have been working, I don't know for how many years in Dubai you teach? It's nearly a decade more.
So since 2000, I started teaching in 2009. So since 2009, so almost like 13 years. Yeah. I started first with a few company. I was full-time in some of them I was part-time. And then I rent a small studio. I remember very well, I was having only two students. Two students was coming to me. I was having only once a week classes. Then I start learn also about teaching gymnastic. I work for a while to do the floor work. I was teaching beam, and for a small period. And then I said, no, I will try my best to find a place and to advertise more about myself. And when I started to study as well, so I became a member of the Royal Academy of Dance in 2014. And then I started to have my own studio, a small one. And slowly, I grow, I move. Yes.
And how is the response now of the audience of Dubai, of the local people that send their children to your academy? How do they respond to the parents? Are they happy to see their children developing this art form within the Dubai traditional traditions of Dubai, or they are a little bit afraid, or they are wondering what is going to happen one day. You know, there are many
Yeah.
parents who have many doubts. Is my son or is my daughter going to succeed? Or maybe she's doing that like an amateur and one day she will give up. So how is the response of the parents?
All right. If you talk about especially Emirati, because for Arab, we have a lot of nationality. Dubai has almost all the nationality here. So they send their kids, but in one age, they're gonna stop them.
Yeah. But why? For what
So
reason? For what reason do they have to stop?
for a tradition, for their own rules, which we do respect it,
Yeah.
but they are much open now. Like now you can see they are doing swimming, they are doing gymnastic, and which they are wearing the leotard of the gymnastic. Sometimes they put a legging on it or short, it depends
Yeah.
about the age of the child, but they never go more for the oldest age.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it the
Yeah.
same also in Egypt, or
No.
it is different?
No, it is different. The Gulf country, they have more rules and more, um, it's always like the grandma and the grandpa, even if the mother and the father, they are okay. And it is still, they invite, now we have the Dubai Opera,
Yeah.
which they bring like today we have a group came, I think, from Italy to do Romeo and Juliet in the Dubai Opera, and a lot of people, all Emirati, and going to watch the ballet,
Yeah.
but it's still not that to uh, accept it at, as a, they accept it as art, of course. That's why we are working here and we have our schools,
Yes.
but they have their traditions, which we do respect. We do respect.
Oh, yes, like many countries, each country more, some country less, but we have to keep a great respect to each one tradition. This is very important.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so from ballet, then you swapped into this gymnastic, floor
Yes,
gymnastic.
for a while,
Yes,
because my husband is a gymnastic coach,
yes,
and he's the second part with the company. So we, from his part, he's doing gymnastic, and I'm the part with the dance and the ballet.
yes,
So I tried for a while, and I like it so much because the floor work is still doing with music. So I was doing the artistic parts, which between the tumble, what they are doing, and
yes,
I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it, but I feel my place is the stage.
yes.
It, us as a dancer, it's different
It's
for us.
different, yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I have
and
seen on Facebook, the little that I could see from your work, that you have been teaching also, maybe I'm wrong, but you have been giving some sort of gymnastic classes in Romania to the ballet company.
all right. Okay.
Uh, yeah,
That's
and
the program called Progression Ballet Technique, BBT.
yes, yes,
Yeah. So in 2017, I heard about the program. I started saw a few videos and inspired me so much. I try to apply this exercise on my student in the school, and I see it's really work very well, because the program, it's work on the muscles memories. So the program, it came from Miss Marie Mahon. It's the founder from Australia,
yeah,
and she's been working very hard on that. And each exercise it's watching by a physiotherapy doctors, which give the approval that exercise it's work well, it's not affect anything, or because the program, it's really helpful for kids, professional dancers, and for me, each teacher should have it as a first aid.
yes. Okay, okay.
So I start follow what is going with this program, how I can help my student to improve their technique, and then we get a chance to have some tutor came to Dubai to give the program face to face in person. I attended the workshop in Dubai, and I took level 1. Then I continue level 2 and 3 with Miss Marie.
Yes.
It was some assignments I have to answer, and I send some videos to hers, and then I passed level 2 and 3 as well. Then, because I always love to study, I start do my master degree in Belgrade. And then I said, and I talk about the program with one of my teacher, and I told her I want to compare 2 of my shows, because every year, except what happened during Corona, we are preparing my student for an end of the year show, and I always do classical ballet. And I said, I wanted to do a show now after I apply the program on my student, and I want to compare it with that I done one of the show I done it before, and to see how those kids improve, how the technique improve, how their point work improve. And she loved the idea very much. So I started to talk with Miss Marie. I wrote her on Facebook, and she was really very quick reply to me. She arranged a meeting with me. We talk a lot about the program. I told her what I'm doing for my master, and I took a permission for her also to mention about her and my work, and she would agree and very happy to be there. And then she asked me if she can publish my master work in their website, which was very excited for me. And of course I said, yes, we can do that. And then after awards, we talk more, and then she trained me to become the tutor of the BBT for Egypt and the Arab countries. And I started train with her. And then it was during Corona when I started talking, so it was very tough. I want to start to do workshop for teachers, and we cannot travel. I don't want to do it online. I wanted to do it in person.
It's better.
I feel it's different. It is still online. Might, let's say 70% of the teacher, they will get it. But the other 30%, because the program, it's not only for ballet teacher. Gymnastic coach can attend, physiotherapy can attend, yoga, Pilates, all these teachers can attend the course. And I need to see close details. I need to touch to make sure they understand, because if they're going to teach kids, I need to make sure they understand how these group muscles work. Because you work core muscle, alignment, the strength. There is some exercise for the allegro. There is now more than 530 exercise available from sub-junior until advanced, which it's great. So after I done one workshop in Dubai, and then I was in Romania, and I find some people contacted me on the Facebook. If you are in the city, we would like to meet with you. I said, sure. So I meet, there was 2 teachers from they used to be dancing in the opera in Timișoara, because my husband is Romanian. So that's why I stepped into there. And then they was very interesting with the program, and I speak Romanian. And I said, okay, what do you think? So I said, let me speak with Miss Marie. What can I do? And actually, she supports me and the team as well, especially the tutor of Europe supports me, because this should be part of her country. She should go there. And then they give me the approval to take Romania as well. And that was a really good chance for me. So I went there in the winter, and it was my first time to visit Romania in the winter. So
bravo,
it was so
bravo,
cold.
bravo. Congratulations.
They welcome me in the opera, and I have 9 teachers attended the workshop, some of them dancers. And I remember very well, one of them, she told me, wow, I used to do everything wrong. She's a professional dancer in the opera,
So she realized her mistakes she was doing before.
Yeah, how to, for me, how to be friend with your body, how to understand the balance, a lot of, I've been now, because I start with my school now, a lot of online competition during the COVID. And I could see a lot of kids, she can put her leg 180 and 190, but there is no any technique there. So for me, it's no sense for a child to be forcing for stretching or over lifting, and they don't have the technique. To be honest, I see the technique start to disappear.
Yes, yes. They only think about stretching, but they don't think about the technique, the pure technique.
Yes, yes. They dance with emotion, not with technique, and this is really scaring me sometimes.
Yes.
So I done it there, and then I also start to contact some of the Arab country. I wrote, and it was my biggest step. I wasn't have a big number of teachers there, but I was very happy to take this step into Saudi Arabia, which it's really a very close. And I went there, and it was in Ramadan, and we are, as a Muslim, I was fasting, and I have teaching in one school there. It was only girls, so you enter, not allowed any men's inside. They come covering, and inside they are doing the classes with the leotard and tight and everything, as long as there is only ladies inside. And I was teaching from the morning for the teacher course. I make it in 2 days, and afternoon I have 2 groups. Each group was doing classes for 2.5 hours. And one of them was after my iftar time, and I was going really so tired. I step into the studio, and when I start to work with them, my eyes did like that. I said to them,
You were
I didn't
exhausted.
expect.
You were exhausted, yes.
I said, I didn't expect you are so good like that, listening, taking notes, recording me, asking, do you refresh me? I was so tired. I said, now I feel like I'm just starting the day. I enjoy that 3 or 4 days teaching them there. It was really wonderful time. I appreciate what the teacher do with them. She's half Lebanese and half Turkey. And the good is she's trying to learn more and more to give her student. And that's what should be. She's trying to bring everything to her students. She tried to upgrade her school. I speak with her. She took my advice. I said, try to put a code of uniform, try to follow a program, don't mix age, and because for them it's something new. And even it was hard for her at the beginning. The government, they give them the license. She couldn't put at the beginning a word of ballet on the schedule.
Yes.
Until just a couple of years, she was able to do that. So I'm happy now the ballet, especially for the Arab countries, to start. For Egypt, from long time, we have it. We wasn't have any thing like that. We used to be bringing a lot of guest teachers from Russia to be teaching in the academy, and we learn a lot by my time. We learn a lot from different nationality.
So there is one person that I would like you to talk about that not many people know. Is Dr. Abdel Monem Kamel, who was a dancer, and he was the artistic director who has been directing the Opera House of Cairo. He was the lighthouse of the ballet art form of Egypt.
Yes,
now
he was.
Now it's his wife, Erminia Gambarelli, who is directing the company. Of course, with all due respect to Mr. Erminia Gambarelli.
The manager of the company.
Yes, but Dr. Abdel Monem Kamel, I think, in my opinion, had more strength and more. He knew what he wanted from the Egyptian artist how to teach to the young generation. So could you have
Yeah.
been working a little with Dr. Abdelmonem Kamel. Could you
Not a
describe?
little more.
Okay, so
Yeah,
could you describe him like a man, like a teacher, like a director? Was he a little bit like Asaf Messerer or Grigorovich, that type of person who had really potential to direct the company? Could you describe him
yeah.
as an artist?
Yeah. So actually, I'm very happy to talk about him, and I'm happy that you know, and his name is popular for you because he was a great dancer, as a great director in the opera. He's the one, he put everything together to make a company.
Yeah.
And we had before the old opera, which it got burned, and then the Japanese came and they done the new opera for us. And without Mr. Abdelmenem Kamel, we couldn't reach the level, or we have a company in Cairo Opera House. I have to say that very loud. Without him, there is no company still in the Cairo Opera House. And of course, Miss Armenia now taking care of the company as much as she can, because it's not easy like before, especially with the new generations. And I'm sure that she's trying very hard there. So Dr. Abdelmenem Kamel, he was also father for us. So I remember well, one time I was in the opera and I always stay extra after everyone left. I stay and I speak with the guy who has to lock the studio, and I excuse him, me and another friend, please give us the key. We will make sure we will close all the light, everything, and we will leave the key to the security. He said, come on, Heba, you will put me in trouble. I said, no, please, leave the key, don't worry. We will lock ourselves from inside. And we did like that. We stay, we look ourselves inside. It was me and another friend, her name Zainab. And suddenly we find the door knocking. And we were so scared. He tried to open the door from outside, and we was scared. We promised the guy we're gonna look ourselves, we're not open for anyone. We heard his voice, open the door, who is inside? So we open and we find Dr. Abdelmenem Kamel in front of us. And we was almost shaking. And he said, what are you doing? I said, we are training. Okay, go and change and come to my office. And we said, we are fired, you know? And then we changed, we went to his office. He said, why you train? Why you stay extra? I said, we want to improve ourselves. We stay. What he did, he put a schedule for us on the board, rehearsal with the Russian teacher in the second day to train us.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
he didn't put us down. Yes.
Actually, he lifted you up.
Yes. Yeah. Supporting us. He really liked the hard worker people. And I never have any issue with him. He was always very nice. And as I said, always when I was packing to visit, he was still asking me if I wanted to back again to the company. And yeah, and now Miss Armenia, his wife, is the one taking care of the company. She's the manager now, and she visited Dubai last year. She came with the Cairo Opera House to perform an expo, and we got a chance to visit my studio because they was looking for a place where to do classes, and I opened her studio for her, and I said, you are most welcome to come with your company to do a class. And then she also was very nice, and she teach my student. So she give them a class, then she watched the rehearsal because I was preparing them for an online competition in Italy. And she watched the rehearsal, and she was really so happy from the result of the student. She said she's really very excited for me, for what I reach, and that a lot of studies I'm doing. It's not just the certificates. She see the work on my student, and she even talked to one parents. The girl was half Emirati and the mother from USA, and she said to her, "Your girl really very good, and don't stop her from ballet, you know, and go ahead. She's really have something good." And this girl have been accepted this year for the summer camp
Also,
in USA. Yeah, and she was the youngest one in the camp, and the mother just back from the holiday, and she back to the classes, and she told me that the teacher there, she said she's well training, and she said to them, yes, I know, she's was one of the amazing teacher in Dubai. So
well,
it's
I,
nice when you see
I
that.
think for you it's a beautiful gift to hear when another teacher tell you your student is very good.
Yeah, it's actually for me a small word, it's make my day. Even just a word of thank you in the end of the day from one of my student or parents, it's made my day. That's mean a lot for me when people appreciate your
Yeah.
time and your hard work. And bringing BPT now to my studio, and I know that it's going global now, but I'm very happy and proud to be one of this team with Miss Marie, because it's changing a lot of generation if they really take it serious. I'm not saying you practice just a few exercise, or you take the workshop and you think you got this work. No, you need to follow, and you need to put it as a class, not daily, but at least 2-3 times in your schedule for your student.
Yeah.
I can see that it's work well, especially when you put it for young
Yes.
kids and it's continue with them. Yeah.
And so you speak Romanian, you speak Russian, you speak Egyptian
English and
Arabic,
Arabic.
English, and
Yes.
yes.
Actually, with the Russian, you know, without practice, like I can understand a lot, but of course not like before,
Yeah.
because I'm not practicing here,
Yeah.
and the language need a practice. But I used to speak very well before.
If a chance would be given to you to coach or to teach for a short period or even a few months to Russia, not now because there is the war, but once the war will be finished, if you would have this chance to also, it will give you an opportunity to reintegrate yourself in the atmosphere that you knew before when you were a young ballerina. Would you accept to go and work for a little while in Russia and get back into this beautiful atmosphere like your teacher you had in Egypt that was, she was Egyptian, but she had a Russian imprint in her teaching.
Yeah, of course, I would like to, you know, who Russia, it's one of the beautiful country, the original countries for ballet, has a lot of great dancers and teachers. Uh, yeah, my teacher, yes, she was Egyptian, and I've been training also with the Russian system, and I know, and that's why I told you at the beginning, I am follow the syllabus of the Royal Academy of Dance, but I am putting into my student the technique and how I learn as a Russian program. So it's great to be there, and for me it's always, I love to learn, even from my student, not only a teacher.
Yes.
Observing and watching other teacher or other student, like when I've been of course when I apply the workshop in each country, or even in each school, it's depend about the kids school. I start to do slowly. If I apply one of the exercise and I see that they are a bit struggling, I break it down and I go down little with the levels. Yes, so the kids in Romania, for example, they are doing ballet 5 and 6 days a week, which there was really a lot of them. They was having strong technique and good strengths. Okay, a few things was missing with the arms, and as I told you, the overstretching and all these things. but it's the exercise was looking very good on them, you know. Yeah, I receive a lot of feedback on my page, and they would like, wow, wonderful, the pictures and the girls looking so good, and this is because they are doing often ballet.
Yes.
Here in Dubai, we have kids coming once a week, 2 times a week, 1 hour, which
It's not enough.
it's not help. It not
Yes.
help a lot, you know. When I applied the PBT at the beginning in my school, I put it for free. I just wanted the parents to understand that program. In my country at the beginning, when I told them about the program, they were like, you know, all the schools, even
Yes.
for Russia, it's not easy to apply BBT there, you know. The all the schools still do the floor work and all these things, but the thing is safe practice. It's very important.
Very
They
important.
need to, yeah, very important. A lot of dancers now, it's ended their life very early because of no warming up, no working after they get an injury. They are not well recover and they want to just back quick in the stage.
Yes.
I meet a young dancer in Romania. She fall down in the street and she twist her foot. And she was in the class with point shoes. And I see that she was a bit struggling. And I went to her. I said, "Are you okay?" Yeah. My doctor said I can go in point. And I was, "Are you sure?" You know, she was so happy and excited to be performing in the gala and to be on the stage. And I told her, "Listen, maybe you will excite it and you can handle and to do it now, but later on you will be in more pain and this is will end your dance life so quick. You need to be well recovering, doing the exercise, what you have to do easy and take it easy to recover." But, you know, for me was, and others. So the young generation now, they want to dance, they want to go here, they want to get a scholarship here, and I'm happy for that, but they have to take it easy and to be safe practice. For
Yes.
me,
Yes.
even if they have a good skills and not in the age to be in point, I will prefer to perform the variation without point shoes until they are ready and they have the strength and the strong feet to go on point, especially with the lower back. And I'm mostly talking about the private schools, which
Yes.
they are, some
Yes.
of them putting the kids very early on point shoes and the kids not ready. And again, it's just for business to make them happy and the parents, wow, my girls went on point shoes. But for me, it's not the right decision.
No,
No.
I have seen many videos about young girls going on point shoes, and the feet, the legs, the muscles, the back, the torso is not ready to hold this strength to go on point shoes. There's a whole
Yeah.
preparation to do that, which takes years of hard work. And but a young girl of 8 years old cannot understand how to use the muscle correctly to go on point shoes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That,
one question, now that you have been working in many countries,
yeah.
what is your idea about the other countries of Northern Africa, like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, that they have a lot of talent, plenty of talent, young people who are very talented, but we have a little bit of problems like you are experiencing in Dubai. That
Yeah.
some of them, when they want to succeed, they have to travel in France, in United States, in Canada, or other countries. And that doesn't mean that they will succeed in Malay, but at least they have to move from their own country. But there is a lot of talent. What do you suggest for those countries to develop this art form? Like, it's going to take more time maybe, but I'm sure, I am convinced that the young people of all these countries will will get into a good point with that
Yeah.
talent. Do you think
Yeah.
this is something missing in the teaching system? Maybe something in the point of view of the politic of the country, or maybe the art of ballet should be more promoted to the audience? What do you think? What do you suggest about this?
Right. Actually, Tunisia and Algeria, they have a great dancers because when I came to Dubai, I've been working and it was we having dancers from France, from South Africa, Romania, Morocco, Algeria, and I was really, but there was more with contemporary, more
Yes.
than classical, most of them. And now I have some student. The father lost the job or what happened during COVID and they have to leave the Dubai and they back, for example, for Lebanese. And the mother was writing to me and very sad, she said, Heba, we cannot find the dance schools doing classical ballet or doing that, mostly folklore like Caracalla's companies and all these things. So it is still the ballet there. It's not that popular like I will say again, like in Egypt. Yeah, we are lucky to have the Academy of Art in Egypt.
Yes.
But the thing now, there is a lot of private schools. Some
Yes.
of them really good, and some of them just doing for business, which they put the ballet down. And I'm sad to see that.
Yes.
I was there in end of June. I give a teacher workshop, and I've been teaching in a couple of schools there. And from my experience, people and teachers especially, they need to upgrade themselves. They need to work in themselves. Everyone think that I finished the academy, I finished my study, I'm the best. And this is really affect the new student and the new generation who is coming out, because to be learning from someone, not upgrading, and not all the parents looking for the quality of the school. Some parents just to drop their kids, going to do the shopping or whatever they need, and then they come back, pick the kid and go. Some parents really, they open their eyes and they see, oh, my kid's improving, my kid's staying in the same level, my kid's taking a step forward,
Yes.
And that's my advice to the parents, especially for those who is doing for fun. Of course, when you are doing professional, you are in academy who is taking care of you, and if you are not good enough, you will not be staying there. That will not be a place for you. Yeah. So those Arabic country, I'm trying now, like as I told you, I was very happy to enter Saudi Arabia and to give the workshop there for teachers and students. And I wish in one day I can be able to also visit other countries such as Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Kuwait, all these Gulf area. Hopefully, we are lucky here in Dubai because we have a lot of different nationality coming from all around the world, and they are teaching in school, private, or they are here just for the husband have a job or something like that. And yeah, we are meeting each other.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, but still, it still will need time. We will need time.
Well, we must give time to time, but I think it's something good will come out of it.
Yeah, we wish for.
Do you think that, well, you are born in Cairo?
Sorry, I have what?
You are born in Cairo?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that in Alexandria, Alexandria,
yeah,
could have maybe one day its own ballet company?
They start now with us. They have like an institute now, but they are still in contact and under the Academy of Art in Cairo. So they send them teacher from the Academy of Art in Cairo to teach in Alexandria. And I just saw that some girls get a certificate from the Academy of Art, which they can continue their study there. I am not there for a long time. I don't know how is the level now, but it is nice to have a company there, of course, but what I know, what we used to do, most of the performance, we have it in Cairo. We used to have as well performance in Alexandria. We used to travel to perform there as well. But it will be nice to have, and I think there is, I had in my last workshop, teacher came from Alexandria, attended with me the workshop in Cairo. And she was really, there was a couple of teachers and they was really good, and I was happy that to see them, and they take it serious and they start to contact me. They want to continue level 2 and 3 of PBT, and they share with me their experience and the feedback when they return back and start the classes.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. Well, I'm talking about Alexandria because I was born there.
Oh, that's nice to know.
And
my mom is also originally from Alexandria. So I am not born there, but my mom, yeah.
And I lived there I was born and I lived there for 19 years.
Wow.
Which is a long time, yes. And my
mother... So you should know Arabic as well, yeah?
Yes, I speak Arabic, but you know, with the years, when you don't practice the language, you forget.
I know.
So
yes,
I speak, yes, I have maybe in some parts a good accent, but I speak the popular Arabic, not the pure one, which is very difficult. But I'm just, if I go in the street, yes, I can go to a shop, or I can express myself. But it's a very, very basic, I mean, you know, but the accent is not bad. I make people laugh, I know, but I mean, it's not, they understand me. This is very important. But who is born in Egypt, it's something very particular because it's a different world. You know, it's a different mentality, it's a different world, and everything it's done in a special way.
In their own way.
On their own way, even ballet, but it's done on their own way, and but it's for the people who come from Europe, it's very difficult to get into this idea. But you have to be born there to understand this idea. And as for me, it was difficult to integrate myself in Europe because I was used to the Egyptian way. But it was very difficult. It was very difficult. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to learn from everyone.
Different, yes.
Yes. So, what is your wish that you would like to express to the young people, to the young students, and also to the dancers of today who are listening to you worldwide?
All right. So actually, my dream, first of all, to have the progressive ballet technique as a subject into University of Sports or Academy of Arts or physical education's university. It should be a subject there, which teacher has to finish their study with the knowledge of the progressive ballet technique. The reason is to help the new generation for a safe practice. It's really very important, each teachers, to have these tools, I will call it tools of PBT, because we need it. And during my summer camp, I had met Miss Anita Young. She was one of the teachers from the Royal Ballet for many years. And now she's just traveling around the world teaching camp and miniature and this. And she observed one of my classes in the morning before her class. And she told me that she wished this program been in 1960 when I been dancer. And that was a really a spotlight from her. how she see the student when I apply the exercise, and they understand how to use the ball, because the ball is just helping them to understand how to use the group muscles of each way, how we are using the ball. And I wish really dancers, professional or young student, to practice safe, because the body, it stay for life and they need it. And that's my dream. The BBT will become a subject, and each teachers study about it in their academy or university, wherever they do the study for them. And I'm trying as much I can now to do that.
I think it's going to be the last question, because I don't want to take too much of your time. If a chance would be given to you to make a full production ballet at the Cairo Opera House or in other opera house around the world, would you accept to do that? And would you be pleased to introduce yourself as a choreographer also for an important thing, an important ballet or an important production?
Yeah, but maybe you will surprise from my answer. I would like to work with talented kids. I would like to work with the young student more than a professional dancers. Professional dancers, you will ask them to do that, they will do it and they catch up quick. I like to work with those young kids, which you see your dream, it's coming when you put them together and you practice, and to see them dancing a classical ballet, you know, such as a Swan Lake, Nutcracker, Don Quixote, Coppelia. It's, for me, it's the wonderful feeling when I see that young student reaching to this level.
Yes.
And yeah, I am having one of my show here was Coppelia, which was my master work to show after I applied the BBT work on my student. And I was having a lot of feedback when I perform, and I have the promo after. People were saying they look like a professional dancer on a stage, like a company. And that was the most happy feedback I heard. Yeah, it was really nice to hear that. So I love to work not with kids. I love to work with kids, not because I can't do that with professional dancer. No, because I enjoyed teaching kids, because I can see the result on them after a while. After you put all your passion there and all your hard work there, then you can see it, and the happiness in their faces, it's everything for me.
A little thing before we close. Do you
think
that if you create some videos, tutorial about your teaching on YouTube or on the net, this would be a good idea to help young people to understand what is your teaching a little bit furthermore, even people who are far away from Dubai?
Yeah, sure. Of course, I'm happy to do something like that. And I watch a few teachers doing that. Sometimes I really just give myself a time to have a look, because I'm telling you, I'm always would like to watch and to see. And of course, I would like to do that, and I will be happy to help other all the time. I'm happy to help another. I'm happy to receive negative and positive feedback from anyone. I take it in, I work on it, I fix it. And thanks God, I'm always receiving a positive feedback, and that is what it's keep me going on. And that's why I'm here in Dubai. I came, no one know Heba, and now thanks God, people knows me, knows my school. I do other things which make me happy, and I'm always thanks God for what give me, thanks parents to put me into this art. And I think without this art in my life, I cannot be alive. Yeah.
This is my very last question, then I will stop, I promise.
Yeah, sure.
My suggestion, why wouldn't you one day, not now, because now you are very busy with your work, but maybe one day you would write a little book about your experience on dance, on teaching as a student, as a dancer, and as a teacher, your experience, and you write a beautiful book, not like the other books that they show the movement of ballet, the feet position, and the girls in tutu and all these things. No, but your experience
Yeah.
that you had, that is so rich, it's so beautiful what you have said, that I think that you should write all this down.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yes, I will think about it.
Do
I
it,
will think
do
about
it.
it. The most important, the people boss in your life.
Yes,
I have a greater chance to have those people in my life since I was a child until I'm talking to you now. Everyone enter my life, it's inspired me. Even if with something small, I always take it into something big. Even
yes,
if just a person I meet, I always looking deeper inside, and this is really, really helped me a lot in my business. I couldn't believe I can carry on all these years here in Dubai. It's expensive country. I have twins boys, and it wasn't easy to have them in schools and carry on with other things. Maybe people, they look to Dubai from the image out, but it's not easy if you are not working hard. So actually, me and my husband, we just see each other like that when we start to work. It's, he has a different timing, he has to go to finish other things here. I do that. I focus on the competition. After the competition, into the end of the year show. Beside that, I try to bring some guests to teach my student. So I'm trying hard to keep the school in every year higher than the year before, and this is heavy on my shoulder. When you
yes.
succeed, it's make me more stressed, because every time you want introduce a better quality, what the people expected to see from you, it always has to go better and better,
Or
which
more,
it's,
yes, yes.
yes,
Well,
it's
this is a difficult task because you have always to show the best of yourself, because you have been
no.
explaining and giving a wonderful picture, not only of yourself, but about all of your surroundings and your experience, your great experience, and your teaching and your passion that you are giving to the young people of today. So you are a really precious person to the world and the culture of art, the performing art, and also the real passion of young people of today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I would like to say to everyone, never there is a limited of learning. Please keep learning and learning and learning. You will need it. Even if you have a great job, keep learning. It will add something for you. For sure will add something to you. No shame to learn a new program, no shame to step into a project and or productions and you are not sure if it will succeed or no. You will learn from your trying at least. During COVID, I take a step into online competition, and it was my first time, and I was like, I have no idea how it will go on, and it's went and it succeed, and now we bring it live on a stage in Dubai. So never scared to try, never scared to learn, always upgrade and work on yourself. This is really, really very important.
So the advices and what you have said is really precious as gold. What all you have said from the beginning up to the very end. So I
Thank
look forward to the audience who is watching this video on who will be watching this video on YouTube, to listen, to open the ears well, and to hear what you have said.
Sure. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and thank you. And I'm very great to meet you and for all your hard working you are doing on the page on Facebook and putting all these people together. It's really something very good, which we needed to talk, to see each other, to see work from other people. So thank you so much for what
Yes,
you are
and
doing.
I do hope that one day also it will motivate not all the members of Ballet International, but at least some people to meet all together and to collaborate all together for the benefit of young people. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Thank you.
Thanks.
And
Have a
my
great day.
best regards to all your family and to all your students. And thank you again to you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Have a great day.
Thank
Bye.
you.